Hi everyone. My name is Apurv Bhatnagar. I am head of marketing for Crayon Software One, and today it's our pleasure to welcome Mr. Rajnikant Das from ESOP in our Trailblazer podcast promoted by Crayon and War India. The idea of this podcast is to bring the inspiring stories to the larger ecosystem in terms of how the aspiring partners can shape up their company. So, without further ado, we'll pass on the buck to Mr. Rajnikant to tell us the story about ESOP, how he has conceptualized the business, how he has made the company what it is now.
Yeah, thank you, Apurva. Thanks for having me here, and I'm honored and privileged. I'm interacting with you on my company behalf. How we conceptualize, how we grow, and how we are doing business since last almost like 23 years. See, I mean, I'm a first generation businessman. Like my father was an engineer and was working with sale, and our education is with the CBSE board, the normal 70s kids. So we never thought like we entered into a business or we'll do something. Our motto was to have good education and having a good corporate job where I can explore myself. That was the whole dream during my college days. Then gradually things has happened. Now lot of my friends has moved into bureaucratic job. Lot of has moved into defense, and lot of many moved into doctors and engineers. So
Yeah.
somehow I didn't fight those opportunity. I could not clear the JE, so it was a big blow from my side as well as from my family side also. What we'll do in future, because everybody either they are becoming doctors or they becoming engineers. So
So true.
anyway, so I post my during graduation I adopted economics, so I thought I will go into some financial market and do. And those days MBA was something is a very fancy uh, degrees where if you're not entering into engineering or a doctor, you can become a MBA and you will secure a job. So that was all the dream. Again, I everybody dream for CAT and different MBA institutes. Somehow I found a CAT and I finished my MBA from Four Institute of Management. And gradually those days, IT and IT world is really evolving, and people are really pushing that's a white collar job. And इसमें इतना ज़्यादा चैलेंज नहीं है, एंड पैसा भी अच्छा है. So I entered post my management. Then I found I've got two options. Either I can go for a financial, being a consultant, all big four, or I can go into so many IT companies. So somehow I found one of the agencies, because we are fresher, and we found one of the IT company who are doing marketing for Microsoft. So there is a company called, I will not name the company, but it's a third party vendor who was doing Microsoft business on their behalf. So I started journey with Microsoft for OEM business, then box pack, then gradually into that. So I understand the whole ecosystem, how it is growing up. And those days, no compliance, nobody knows. So I'm one of the fortunate person who started very early, and I have worked very closely with Microsoft. And then gradually I entered into Microsoft business. Then I worked with some company in a distributor label. I understand the whole process. Then gradually I thought, because it was always a dream to have your own, you work for yourself. So I started my own named ESOft, because ESOft, again, it's a very tricky question. Microsoft was sounding very soft, so I thought soft is something which is going for a long run. So I started with ESOft. And from initial timing, we started with all the box selling of software licenses, because we know the ecosystem, how the things evolve, how a product comes in, what are the margins and all that, because those days partners are not very well aware what is compliance. So I have initiated those things. We are simply doing the trading things of licenses, but we are separate from other vendor because we know the compliance. I understand what is SAM and all this. Those is like 25 years back. What is software asset management? Somehow, I mean, I was fortunate to interact with some of the leadership team because people are not very much into this because most of this IT people or sales guys purely more into hardware sales, networking product sales, and security product sales. But licensing is very tricky business. Still, people don't understand. In fact, it's a very complex environment. There are several program running on which program is used for which organization. That is very important. So I have taken that advantage. We done good. I mean, in a year like we did. So in a time like in 5-6 years, we are doing almost double digit figure of Indian business for Microsoft. Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah. So customer, I mean, of course, everything has been ruled by customers, and fortunately, thanks to all those customers who has contributed in our initial days. Then gradually we entered into other products. We also import software licenses. We also billing to dealer as well as end user both. Okay, and so this is how we started. On 2003, we continued this kind of business up till 2006-7. When then I see there are a lot many changes has happened into the whole IT infrastructure ecosystem. Then we entered into backup, storage, and security, because those days firewall upgraded to UTMs, Unified Threat Management and all that, because when your penetration is more in internet, so you required lot many other, you're facing lot many other threats. So now people understand, like, this is not the only the firewall which will control all security aspects related to internet. There are lot many other things which is entering. They need to protect their application, their databases, their other critical datas and all that. So the UTM is one part. So this is the whole thing. So when we started from zero, because I have my education is from Delhi, but always I dreamt, like, outsider. I always thought that I should go and contribute in my state. But somehow, वो कारवां चलता गया और हम टिकते गए हैं अभी तक. It's almost like 22-23 years. eSoft is running successfully, and
That's a great journey.
yeah, this is how we like grown.
No, absolutely. No, very inspiring and pretty much like all of us, right? Being born and brought up in a service class environment, and all of us aspire to crack like J, then cat, and so on and so forth. And then the best part is like how you got inspired. You didn't get bogged down or by the not being able to clear JE, but you have took this as an inspiration and then establish your own firm and started with a humble background and then going on to grow with one OEM vendors and then to the multiple technologies per se.
Yeah.
An amazing journey, and that would inspire, and many partners can relate that story with themselves also, like how they are growing. But where do you think is the inflection point came, and what has made ESOP big enough? And I probably would love to understand, being from Crayon and Software One, love to understand how that the journey has evolved with the help of Crayon, how we have played a role in this, and if there is AWS story, if how AWS has contributed into your tech.
Yeah. So Crayon and eSoft has a very healthy relationship. I'm telling you why. So if you look at the traditional distribution, they are absolutely not into value added. So they don't provide any value added services. Either you live in your own team or probably you take help from OEMs. And OEM is very reluctant, for a first level meeting or second level meeting. So, and being a partner, which is the smallest in the whole ecosystem, if you look at OEM, distributor, and partner can't afford, pre-sales guy or technology guy, you know, having all kind of product which is available. We work on an opportunity basis. So here, traditionally the previous distributor like Ingram, Reddington, all that, their cycle is absolutely different. They work like a supply chain company, or they get the product from OEM. They don't have any team. Either they have a accounting team or they have a product head, but they are least bothered whether the partner is making some money or not. See, you can't make a money on just simply selling a product.
True.
It is always a value addition. It is always a service which needs to be added on, and by which customer is happily give you more revenue. So this gap Crayon has identified very well. And touchwood, Crayon's first, second breed to whom I interacted with, they are absolutely professional, because these guys are third generation people who previously worked with either of any of the OEM or probably work with the distributor. They understand the supply chain. They also understand the problem of any
True.
partner. So they identify those areas and address that, and they don't have OEMs told terms like, Bhaiya, aaj I'm busy for next 10 days. I'm sorry. Tell to your customer, wait for 15 days, then we'll come. Then you need to follow up them and all that. Customer usually don't wait for those, either they change the product or change the partner.
That's so true. That's so true.
This is so volatile.
Absolutely.
Nobody is waiting for you. And of course, in 2025, market is so mature and so grown up. MNC's culture has entered and gradually matured also. So they required an absolute specialized and professional partner. And they also know the fact, know about the fact that a partner can't have all kind of resources. Okay. So if they come along with any distributor or OEM, it's an added advantage. So Crayon really, did well, and we cracked some good business helping or taking help from Crayon. And of course, AWS, like, we are not very much prepared with AWS initially, but yes, we are doing Microsoft SaaS business. We are doing very good for M365, Google, and other products. And we also understand Azure. So any hosting business. So AWS is having an edge within amongst the all, hosting, whoever is providing private cloud, public cloud, and those domains. So AWS has a edge. People has accepted worldwide. So Indian market is no outside world. So everybody knows, like, AWS is the fourth generation hosting data center service provider. So they have a trust, and the combination of Crayon and AWS, of course, value addition along with the big brand, always given us the edge, and we have taken those advantage and create some good deal, good business.
No, absolutely. No, thank you so much. Like, it's really interesting to understand, like, what's the value beyond the traditional run of a mill which Crayon is able to bring on the table. It's not like we are just in terms of helping you sell the licenses, but it is all about the value additions in terms of services support, in terms of technical support, in terms of GTM support, which we are bringing on the table. And that's what makes all the difference in terms of how we are enabling multi OEM support, because, like, as what you rightly said, customer will not wait. They will not wait for the opportunity. They will not wait for any product. So absolutely excited to hear about your journey. Thank you so much for sharing your journey and your insights. And I'm wishing you many more milestones. Thanks to be a part of this podcast. I am looking forward to a very, very prosperous and healthy relationship going.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on Trailblazers, a special series by VAR India and Crayon. Stay tuned for more conversations with the leaders shaping India's digital future.